And this is a great day to be out here, isn't it?
It is. It's nice and cool, which I always appreciate. I really don't like the hot summer weather. We're located on the corner of Murphy and Underwood, right across from the Pet Center, right?
Yeah.
And just a couple doors away from the Giant Sing-Along. Have you seen the Giant Sing-Along before?
What is this, karaoke on a stick or something?
It is karaoke on a stick. They have about 20, 25 microphones set up, and you can step up at any time and sing along. The words are projected on a big screen in front of you. It sounds like it's right up your alley, Gene.
No, I don't think so. Crowds make me nervous.
Oh, crowds make you nervous. Yeah, that's why we're appearing at the State Fair.
Yeah. And again, if you're just tuning in to the show, we're broadcasting live from the Concierge Landscape Studios. We're brought to you this hour by Extreme Exteriors.
Yep, and today we're live, so you can call in your questions and comments to 651-289-4488.
That's right. And we have been talking about in this last segment about the the California State Legislature, which was coming up with a new law saying to people that live in a homeowner association, we're not going to allow you to take control of how you want to govern your community or property. If an individual, a minority wants to have a car charging station,
an electric car charging station
installed, they have to be allowed, even if it means putting it in the common area. And we all know that the common area is something that is not owned by an individual homeowner.
It's owned by all members of the association.
Now, if we were talking about a townhome association where people have individual garages, this is not an issue because a person can install something like that in their own garage.
Home.
But here they're saying even if it's in the outside common area, if that means taking away part of the common area that's been used for other things,
guest parking, for example.
And then we talked about there's some competing issues here, because here you have the legislation that says, on the legislators that say, on one hand, you can't deny need to make reasonable accommodations for someone who's handicapped, and now they're saying now you also have to be able to make an accommodation for someone who wants to have
an electric car. To me, every year there's some new hot topic like this. Like we mentioned satellite dishes. Those were 10, 12 years ago. Satellite dishes were the hot topic. Federal law, then the FAA came out and said you have to allow satellite dishes in homeowner associations. You can regulate how they're installed. The board of directors can regulate how they're installed. You can hold the user responsible for any damages. Then the next year, it's these solar tubes, and then it's solar panels on the roofs of shared homeowner associations. Now car charging stations. It's taking away more and more, it seems, little rights and little responsibilities from the community. And
it happens just in little pieces, doesn't it? Just here and there, and then it just continues to just snowball.
And pretty soon, that's right, almost everything about your community may be regulated by federal or state government.
And, the thing that to me is amazing here is that for some reason we have a different view that people have of a homeowners association than they do of any other form of government. If the board of directors of the association is coming up with a law or a rule, the state wants to quickly come in and say, nope, we've got to regulate that. And it seems like people don't have the same understanding for authority, because a homeowner association is like any other form of government. You've elected people to represent you to be able to govern the community, and in this case, your homes.
Actually, the association, the members of the association, it's in their best interest to try and stop this type of government regulation, because they get to have a say in what goes on in their community right now. Why can't the community decide whether they want to allow electric car stations? Why does it have to be regulated from above? Let the community decide what they want.
Yeah, it seems like there's other people in the legislature all the time that want to be able to let us know what is best for us. Because we can't make that decision
Apparently
ourselves.
Not.
Well, it looks like we have a caller on line one. We have Steve. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Hi, Steve.
Hey.
What's going on? You have a question or comment?
Well, I had a comment. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what townhomes are experiencing with Imprellis.
Oh yes, this is Steve Hogenacker from Concierge Landscape.
Hi, Steve.
Hey.
And so you have an issue you said that's just come up, just started this summer, right, Steve?
Yep, it sure did, and it's been everywhere. It's been on Business Week and Care 11 and in the newspapers and really all over the country. And the reason I thought we might want to talk about it today is some of this product was applied to HOAs here in the Twin Cities, and we know that there's been damage to some of the towns.
Explain the issue, Steve.
Well, Imprellis is a new herbicide that was approved last August, and we were very excited about it because its safety for animals and humans was really unprecedented. I mean, no odor, and the product works great. The problem is that it lasts for 60 to 90 days, and when applied near tree roots, it's taking it up and killing trees. Some of these that I've seen have been 30 feet tall.
Oh, my word.
When you're looking at controlling, 3-inch weeds, this can be a problem.
What's the trade-off there?
So it controls anything from 3 inches up to 30 feet. Huh?
That's right. If you have 30-foot weeds, they can guarantee complete control.
This is the herbicide for you.
Steve, say the name of the product again and spell it.
It's Imprellis, Imprelis.
So here's a product that has some great features. You said safety for pets and humans, unprecedented safety, except it's dangerous to all other living life forms, huh?
Yep, these are plant growth regulators, so they don't really affect people at all. And it's the active ingredient is so small that I believe it's less than a teaspoon per acre is the actual amount of active ingredient that's applied. And it was so expensive that, in my opinion, mostly was the very good lawn services that used it because it's over $740 a gallon.
Okay.
So this just really was rolled out just this year, Steve?
It was rolled out this year. It had been tested by Iowa State for a couple of years, and they had a big rollout. A lot of chemical companies had come around, touting the benefits of it all winter. And so, yeah, we were kind of, everybody was kind of excited to use it.
So how prevalent would you say that this chemical is being used on lawns just from this year?
Most lawns did not get treated with it. I'd say maybe 20% of the lawns totally were done because the expense was so high. But the damage seems to be affecting mostly Norway spruce, balsam firs, white pine, and white spruce. And it's killing some, and others will come back.
Huh.
So people need to ask of their grounds care provider what chemical they're using, and not use Imprellis, right?
Yep. And I've got what.
Steve, I was going to ask: can it be used in some different manner so that you get the benefits of the weed control without endangering your trees?
Yeah.
I mean, is it a matter of being cautious not to use it near trees?
Well,
or
actually, in August, or what I think it was about 2 weeks ago, the EPA forced the stop sale of the product completely. So that's pretty much done, and we're back to using more conventional means. There is a number of lawsuits that have been filed, including class action. There's at least one here in Minnesota, and I do have some website, and there is a hotline if anyone would like that information.
Say, Steve, we need to take a quick break right now. Could you hold on over to the next segment, and we can give some of that information? And then I think also you have some questions for some folks out here at the State Fair, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, good. Well, we'll have more with Steve Hogenacker from Concierge Landscape after these messages.